Can we move this up forward because it's hard to hear? This is not doing the job.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
You're not. Is this electric?
It's turned up all.
Can anybody hear me out there? Okay. You all know me. I'm Theodore. I've been Chuck's friend for 25 years or more. I'm thinking like 27 or so. Okay, dogs. Okay, dogs. Now, what it is I met Chuck when I was out on Mill Avenue doing the poetry all up and down Mill. Okay, dogs. Okay, dogs. So what it is I met him during South Ash Press. He bought South Ash Press. It was a 4-page print on your computer magazine. Billy Santos had it. Chuck gave him a load of money. He did a whole bunch of cocaine, Billy Santos, and South Ash Press had trouble, and Chuck said, I'm taking it, it's mine, and he popped old Billy Santos in the face. Down went Billy Santos, and the South Ash Press was Chuck Hads. So that's how I met Chuck. Chuck and I got to go out to the woman's prison north of Phoenix. The woman's it's a low security prison system for women. We did and read our poetry, and as we were leaving, all the ladies lined up on this wall about 3 foot wide. Chuck all of a sudden started screaming out the window, took off his shirt, got up on the seat, dropped his pants and shoved his ass out the window, and the ladies were screaming, love you, love you. I pulled off my shirt, and then the security came. We hauled ass out of there, and that was the last time they said, you're not coming back to do poetry. Chuck Head was a fair man. He was looking for justice for everybody. Anybody and everybody, he wanted justice. And he felt that the government as it is today, we're not getting the justice. When I was in 8th grade, how many people remember the Bay of Tonkin? You know what that is, people? Lyndon Johnson, during his election, wanted to get a landslide. He called up the Navy commander and said, fire on the wall, fire on the land, fire on the land from the Navy. Chuck was on that ship. He said they were all called to arms, and then they started firing for like about half an hour. The cannons roared, and Chuck heard them, and the whole crew was saying, what the fuck is this? It came across the news that America, the ship, was fired upon. The people who were on the ship let it leak to the APS, or the the wire, the national and international wire, that Lyndon Johnson fired unprovoked, as they said it was provoked. Chuck was one of those people that said it was an unprovoked event. Chuck was always for justice, always for love. So you know me as the poet here. Let me do my thought. Here it comes, the day of dream. We had our rock cast, and it goes upon the earth when it goes upon the air across the earth, and we say, yeah, that's our life, people, a stone that's been cast. And then it comes on down, we hit the ground and we roll and said, that was your life, profound. Now people, hear the dream. His name was Chuck Had. Chuck Had Frederick Jr., yeah. I loved him and you did have. You had yourself a man. You had yourself freedom true. The historian of the legalization movement, it was Chuck Frederick Had Jr. Yeah, he was an old man, and he drove himself a truck. Valedictorian down to U of A, journalism with political science minor. That's what drove him. He said, I was going to be a lawyer. He applied and they said, money, my friend. He said, well, here, what the political voyeur. He went down to Mexico. He drove it to Phoenix Truth 4 times, and then the DA came. 4 years Chuck did do. Up there in Kingman, they had him. And yeah, it devastated the man. He stood back, and when he got out, he applied for law school, and they said, no way, you cannot. Chuck, he held it in his heart. He cried late at night. And yeah, he drank that whiskey, my friends. I saw him drunk, and it was a sight. 2 years more in the can. DWI. My friend, yeah, we understand why a valedictorian would cry. The law's illegal. The laws are not fit. The laws are not serving us. Chuck, he wrote for Sam Steiger to say, let's have some justice. Let's have the people be represented. Chuck, the guerrilla war. He planted marijuana seeds everywhere during the normal meetings afterwards. We'd walk down the streets and play, and Chuck had reach in his pocket and he would add Johnny Appleseed. He'd drop the seeds and they all grew. And yeah, it was on the news. Sandra Day O'Connor's flower bed had marijuana growing too. That was from Chuck Head, people. Chuck Head put it there. It was on the news. They all screamed and said, Sandra Day O'Connor's smoking dope. That's Chuck Head, people. Chuck Head did that. So, friends, we all bless God, Jesus, and fuck, and say, my friends, we're all here to have justice for what we call love. Love everybody as Chuck pleased. Love everyone Chuck loved you. Love the earth, love the soul, and smoke. Feel free. That's what we do. You people are here. We love you all. We love you all. Bushy, Ray Baker, Kathy Inman, Eric for having our celebration, Eric, John, Can of Pam, Jerry and Sue, Arizona Gregory, Allison Stein, all you people, you're here for God's love and care. You're all here for Chuck, and that's what we're doing. Eric. Love you, Eric.
Love you,
Eric.
Oh, yeah.